Hey everybody, Phil Distraction here, coming to you live from Fat Atlantic Studios. So I'll do a quick back to the drawing board, show you some of the drawing table, talk about comic books, let you know to go to makecomicscool.com if you want to get a copy of The Oppressor's Raw Edition. Oh, where is it? I got it over here somewhere. The Oppressors Raw Edition Issue 1, available at makecomicscool.com right now. So go there and get that and support my work. And yeah, I got a lot of cool stuff coming this summer. Really happy with how these Raw editions came out. It's issue 1, but in a raw format, just the raw digital pencils, which I think is kind of a neat way to see my work, a little different. So everybody go to makecomicscool.com right now, grab a copy of The Oppressors. If you're watching this on Instagram, you can see my hands, Dylan Distraction on Instagram. If you're watching this on YouTube or Twitch or Facebook, you can see my face and my hair and my face and a shave and I'm wearing a shirt. So lucky you. Hey everybody, Robinson Draws. What's up, dude? Definitely go to makecomicscool.com, grab a copy of The Oppressors Issue 1 Raw Edition. Now I had some, hey, what's up, Pedro? I'm saying hi to people on Instagram. So if you're watching me on YouTube, filmdistraction.com, you can also watch me on Instagram and see my hands. And I'm showing off a postcard right now. Makecomicscool.com. All right. Requests. People had requests for characters I should draw, and I wasn't sure what to draw. So someone suggested Sleepwalker and Darkhawk. I don't know who suggested that, but I'm going to draw them. And if you don't know what they look like, I don't either. It's been a while, but I have this book. It's an omnibus, Marvel First, the 90s. Oh, let me show it to Instagram. Oh, it's so heavy. It's an omnibus, and Darkhawk and Sleepwalker are in this book. They're right there. So, really fun era of comics. I love 90s comics, obviously, because that's the kind of stuff I grew up reading. And looking at this omnibus, really cool seeing the classic sort of stories and everything. And it's funny because I was looking through this and Deathlock, issue 1 of the miniseries, I remember it, Dwayne McDuffie, writer, Jackson Geist, penciler, Scott Williams, inker. It's very similar to the Spawn story. And it came out pre-Spawn. I don't know if Todd was influenced by this, but if you look at that story and then you read Spawn, you're like, this is crazy. So pretty neat seeing all those 90s comics. I love all that stuff. So I'm going to try to draw Darkhawk and that there, Darkhawk and Sleepwalker. I have no idea what these characters look like, but as always, I start by drawing on the back of a piece of paper. I just kind of rough out what. Usually I do like character studies and figure out what the heck these characters look like, but we're just jumping right in. Yeah, I'd love to draw Invincible. I know maybe that one will be. If you want to commission Invincible, let me know. Go to makecomicscool.com. I have commission levels available. If you're like, oh man, I'd love to get a commission from you. There's a character you want, or if you want this drawing, I'm going to do a Darkhawk versus Sleepwalker. Very obscure 90s. I don't even know if these characters are still used in the Marvel Universe, to be completely honest with you. I have no idea. But I liked these comics when they first came out, so I'm going to do a little live drawing of them and chat with you, wonderful people here on Instagram. Yeah, so please like, thumbs up, share, comment. If you have any questions about process or technique or anything, let me know. And if you just want to watch me draw, that's cool too. And if you have any questions about makecomicscool.com, my Patreon, feel free to ask me any questions. The great thing about Patreon is it's a reoccurring subscription. So you subscribe to makecomicscool.com, and every month I send you something cool. So depending on your level, some people just want to back for $1. Great. You get a bunch of cool exclusive stuff. If you want to get things mailed to you, you can be a subscriber at a higher level. Totally up to you, and you can end it at any time or increase your rewards, your subscription at any time too. So I really like it because it enables me to make stuff and then send it to people monthly. And I loved monthly comics as a kid growing up. That was always the thing. I love that idea of comic books being created monthly and being sent out monthly. And I always liked subscriptions. I remember I'd get Spider-Man in the mail. So I just like the idea of a subscription service. So that's why I set it up the way I did. And it's going great so far. People seem to really like it. But if you haven't yet checked it out, go to makecomicscool.com and check it out. It is the best deal in comics because I will send you a bunch of stuff. And the mystery box is a great way to just kind of get a sampling of stuff. And if you want to get individual issues of stuff, do it. All right, I'm thinking I'm going to do something like this where they're like facing away from each other, maybe. Yeah, maybe something like that. Kind of a Brett Booth looking knees bent thing. So we'll go with that. Why not? You don't want to just see me sit here and rough out thumbnails for an hour. Probably not. So let's just launch right into it. I tend to draw my characters large on the page. That's just kind of how I draw. If I was to draw them very small, often it's like, especially with commissions or with pinups like this, if I draw the characters super tiny and the background really ornate, it's like, well, where's the character? Like, it's drawing is mostly of buildings or background. You know, I see Declan Shalvey do character commissions. I see, and he does these incredible cityscapes and how Daredevil like tiny up in the sun. Like, holy shit, like that's crazy. But that's Declan Shalvey, and he's an incredible artist. So people are probably thrilled to have. I would be thrilled to get a commission from him. I actually have a couple of pages from Declan Shalvey I got, which are incredible. But definitely a different take on it. I try to draw the characters big because I figure, well, somebody wants these characters on the drawing. They probably want to see mostly the characters. I don't know. Maybe I'm completely off with that. But yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, DylanDistraction.com, or on Twitch, Batlantic Studios, or on Facebook, drop a comment. I'm interested to see if the comments work. And if not, I don't know what to do, but we'll try it. Try it. Say hi. Say hi. Hey, I think it worked. So yeah, drop a comment and let me know what you're up to this evening. It's Taco Tuesday, and as we know on Taco Tuesdays, I just talk about tacos the whole time. So I'm thinking this will be Sleepwalker. Hello, Spony tries to draw. Spony tries to draw. What's everybody up to tonight? Everybody reading any good comics? I just got the Lobo Keith Giffen volumes 1 and 2. Love Keith Giffen's Lobo. So much fun. Such a fun, silly character. Definitely inspiring to me. I'd love to do a Lobo story or a Lobo style character. So don't be surprised if you see something Lobo-ish from me. All right, so Darkhawk has like these wing things like that. What does Sleepwalker look like? Looking at my reference now. Sleepwalker. Sleepwalker has a hood. That'll be fun. My characters have hoods. Sleepwalker has a hood. And Sleepwalker has no nose. Okay. I'm into it. I dig it. So Sleepwalker. Like that. Maybe that's just more bigger. So yeah, Taco Tuesday. I usually come on and do a Taco Tuesday drawing. I don't know why it always ends up being on Taco Tuesday. I know other people do live drawings on Tuesday. I think it's just a fun night to draw. Maybe I think Mondays are kind of tricky. You know, people are usually pretty busy. But by the time Tuesdays roll around, everybody seems to be like, "Yeah, I got some time. I could draw something." So I'm not the only one that does live drawings. You should definitely spend some time, seek out your artists that you're a fan of, and support their work. Watch their live drawings. Watch my live drawing, and draw along too. That's the great thing about these live drawings. I think people could draw along with their own stuff. You know, if there's stuff you're working on or just on a sketchbook, this is a great time to just kind of be noodling away, noodling and doodling. So noodle and doodle along with me while I draw Sleepwalker and Darkhawk. And Sleepwalker and Darkhawk. Is there a type of pencil used for drawing? Great question. I love talking about my materials. I don't mind talking about them at all. I use these clutch pencils. So right here, if you're looking at me on Instagram, you can see I'm showing off clutch pencil. And they're showing it to Facebook and YouTube. I have a couple of different ones. Their Pacific Arc is the brand just because they're cheap and they work fine. I got them at a local art store. And I put tape on them to designate the different densities of graphite. So hardest, medium, softest is usually how I designate them, I think. I think this one should be the hardest. This is hardest. Yeah, that seems right. And then in the clutch pencil, the 2mm, I usually put grips on them just because I have big hands. And I like to have a flat edge to draw. And if I spin it, you can spin it, boop, flat edge, sharp edge, flat edge, sharp edge, boop, 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 like that. And so in these, I will put different densities of graphite. So HB, 2B, use different brands. I get stuff off of, wherever I can find it. And I also have some different ones, like this one's different. I don't know what brand this is, but this one feels a little short to me. I guess it's the same size, but it feels a little different to me. I don't love it, so I don't use that one much. And then I'll use these for detailed stuff, but quite honestly, I've not been doing much detailed pencil work lately. I like these. These are just Pentel Twist Erase. I like them because I got a big eraser and I got a big grip. And I have different sized graphite and different density graphite in those ones also. Yo, Luke the Babe. What's up? So that's the pencils I use. And what I'll do often is I'll go in with a softer graphite, and it depends too on the paper and the density, the humidity is always a trick, trying to figure out like, oh, is the paper really gummy today or really, really hard? It depends on, today it's quite humid because there's a lot of moisture in the air, so the paper tends to be gummier for me. So it tends to smear more, I find, when it's gummier like that, but I don't know. So yeah, Darkhawk has this helmet thing. It looks cool. I don't know how to draw it, but it's fun to try new things. I'm looking at my reference over here. All right, maybe something like that. Maybe close. Close. It's got like a big thing like that. Man, these artists back in the 90s, so good. Just every artist is like superstar. You look at through these Marvel 90s books and you're like, oh, they're just all so good. It's like no wonder every copy of every comic sold millions of copies. These guys are just crushing it. Just looks like pen and paper and flat colors. Just incredible. So hopefully I can capture some of that energy and excitement in my artwork. That is the goal. So yeah, go to makecomicschool.com. Check out the Patreon. Grab a comic. Let me know if you have any questions. Happy to answer questions about it. And I'm probably just going to do this one in pencil. I did that before with the Batman Beyond drawing I did, and I think that looked good. It seemed kind of cool. And it's fun to just draw things in tight pencil sometimes. I don't do that as often. Usually I'll tend to rough things out like this far and be like, all right, cool, to inks. And then I'll go into the inks and I'll be like, oh, I should have penciled more. didn't have enough of an idea what I was doing, and I just winged it. So I like being able to do tight pencil sometimes. It's just just feels different. What's up, Weapon X Comics? Go to Bloody, I don't know what that is. What's up? Glad things are going good with you, man. Happy Taco Tuesday. Happy Taco Tuesday to you. Taco Tuesday. It's funny how I tend to come on here on Taco Tuesdays. It's funny because I was saying to Tracy, I was like, it's Taco Tuesday. I got to go do a live drawing. She's like, why? I was like, I don't know. People expect it. She's like, do they? Like, yeah, great, do it. She's going to Target. I said, buy me some toys. She said, no. Says, I'm not going in Target, going to the drive-through. Okay. So, looks like Darkhawk has a Wolverine claw. That's cool. That's neato. Does it double claw? No, single claw on his right arm. It's always fun to see where. All right, I'll give him a fist up here. And then we'll do this like that. So yeah, I don't know how long I'll be on for, but I want to jump on. I like to do this every week and just say hi. And sometimes these Instagrams, these live videos, a lot of people show up and they want to watch me draw. And sometimes not very many people show up. And it's just a busy time for people and they're not able to see it, not able to watch. So yeah, Joseph, that's right. No Fear Comics. Thank you for your continued support, man. I hope you're doing good. Hope whatever you are, whatever you're doing, you're having fun reading some comic books. And have you gone to makecomicscool.com and checked out my Patreon? Everybody should. It's the greatest Patreon ever. I send comic books to people every month. So if you want, jump in and I'll send you stuff. That's right. Yes, I hope you're feeling well, man. I'm been seeing a lot of people online that haven't been feeling well, and it's really disappointing and sad. So, yeah, Weapon X is awesome. I love the old Barry Windsor Smith Weapon X run. I was trying to think of my top 5 Batman artists. So, if you have top 5 Batman artists, top 5, comment below your top 5 Batman artists, and I will tell you mine. Top 5. Here we go. Kelly Jones, Norm Brayfogle, Frank Miller. That's 3. I need 2 more. 2 more of my favorite Batman artists. Who would be your top 5 Batman artists? I would say top 5 Batman artists. Someone that came up with the top 5 Batman artists. You think I would have them ready to go? Who would be my other 2? Oh, maybe Andy Kubert. I'm looking over at my shelf. Batman books. It's tough because I love Lee Weeks. I love Sean Murphy. But are they top 5 all time? I mean, it seems like Sean Murphy stuff is so recent, and Lee Weeks stuff was, so quick, such a short run. Yeah, Neil Adams is a good choice for sure for Batman artist. That's a good one. That's a very, very good one. Oops, just dug in my pencil real deep. So you see what happens there is sometimes I catch an edge, right? And now that's like this gash in the page. Yeah, Weapon X Comics. Message me if you have something you want to do. I sent you stuff before, right? You got that? So, yeah, we'll see what we can come up with, man. You got something, maybe? Cool. But I'm still trying to come up with. Oh, wait, Dave Finch. Dave Finch. So there we go. That's my Frank Miller, Kelly Jones, and then Norm Brayfogle. Frank Miller, Kelly Jones, Norm Brayfogle, Dave Finch. Who would be that 5th? Who would be that 5th for me? Top 5 Batman artists of all time. Maybe Andy Kubert. He's for sure up there. Doing his Grant Morrison stuff. That was pretty awesome. I love Mark Silvestri, but he hasn't released his Batman book yet. And really, I don't know if he'd be mean, he's just more of an icon. Geez, maybe, I guess. I mean, I love Tim Sale. But Greg Capullo, I mean, Greg Capullo's run is hard to top. I love Jim Lee. But Greg Capullo's run is probably right up there. So that might be my top five. That might be right there. My top five. Kelly Jones, Norm Breyfogle, Frank Miller, Greg Capullo, Dave Finch. I think I did it. Top five. What's your top five? I'd love to hear post if you have your top five Batman artists of all time. If you're watching the replay, hey, replay. All right, so it's two characters. We got Darkhawk, we got Sleepwalker. These are not Batman characters. And I think they came out so far so good. I don't really know what I'm doing with this hand here. This is a case where I should probably look in a mirror and use some reference because I obviously did not. Let's see, reference. Hands. Hands are fun. I usually enjoy drawing hands. I kind of have my go-to sort of poses for hands. I think you kind of have to hit any sort of schedule or any sort of page consistency. Kind of have to have your like, oh yeah, this is my go-to creepy hands. Okay, cool. That's weird. Kind of like it because Sleepwalker's kind of weird. So that's that guy. Yar. Yar. All right, Darkhawk, Sleepwalker. Let's make him a little larger, bring it forward a little bit. Like this, like this, like this. And then that'll be like that. Yeah, that's cool. Let's go with that. So that's the roughing it out, blocking it in portion of the activity. And then I just make sure that all the details are in and stuff. Like, what does his shoulder pad look like? And then I'll probably do some sort of a smoky effect thing coming this way, and bring the eye this way. And then Sleepwalker's kind of a guy who's in smoke, so there'll be smoke there, like that. This pistol, I'll have to rough that in a little bit better. But everything looks like it's going good, so we'll go with that. Now, I would probably lighten this up a little bit. Like this. Just so we're not dealing with too much graphite on the page, but this is all pretty light anyway. And I'll just go in with a denser graphite and tighten it up. And this is where I'd look at a lot of reference, be like, what does this almost like? So, or I'd go to inks, but I'm not going to do inks. I'm just going to do pencils. So yeah, Taco Tuesday. Can you believe it's already Tuesday again? It's crazy. I don't know what kind of tacos I'm having, but they'll be delicious. I'll tell you all about it next week. I think last week was taco ring. I don't know if anybody's had taco rings, but it is incredible. It is the greatest thing. So then it looks like this. Like this. And like this. And again, this is always kind of tricky when you're drawing characters you've never drawn before. So I don't really know what this guy's helmet looks like. So it's kind of look at reference. And you can see me looking off to the side here, looking at reference, trying to figure out, this dude's helmet looks like this. Yeah, it looks like that's cool. Weapon X. I don't know how to do that, man. Message me. Send me a message for sure. I'd love to check it out. DM me. For sure. Love to see. I love seeing people's art. So that looks like that. And that looks like that. That's good. That's cool. Thing about it's kind of tough about stuff like this is that it's very distinct, right? Like Darkhawk's helmet looks very specifically like it looks. And if you're off at all, right, if you do your own version of it, then it's not the same. It doesn't look as good. So it's important to try to stick as close as you can with the reference for some of the stuff if you want to look like the actual character's version of a thing. But it's also really fun to just have variety. And you can see here what I'm doing is I'm going in, holding line with a darker graphite, and then a lighter graphite to do it looks wrong, to do the fill. Because I don't want to do too much of the fill with the dark graphite, it'll get smeary. Smudgington. Smeary Smudgington. Like that, and then like that, and then we'll do something here. So what are some of your favorite Batman artists, everybody? I've named my top 5: Norm Brayfogle, Dave Finch, Frank Miller, Norm Brayfogle, Dave Finch, Frank Miller, Kelly Jones. So if you have your top 5, post them. I'd love to check out what everybody else's top 5 favorite Batman artists are. Because definitely Greg Capullo's on there. Definitely Jim Lee's on there. I love Todd McFarlane's work on when he did work on Batman, but I don't know if I'd say he's all time just because it's I don't think it was really his main focus. Obviously, he had a lot of other stuff. So also what I'll do is I'll use a little eraser pen like this. Go through, do some of this, do some of this, do some of that. All right, it's going pretty good. So you can see what I'm going for. I'll show people on YouTube. Darkhawk, Sleepwalker. Oh yeah. Like I know what I'm doing. Like a professional. And yeah, if you don't want to see my hands, if you want to see my face, go to don'tdistraction.com. That's my YouTube channel. And I'm also on Twitch. But I really like Instagram. I find that's the best place. It's usually where I get the most people watching. People seem to enjoy chatting and talking on there. If you want to get a commission from me, go to makecomicscool.com, which is my Patreon. And that enables me to continue to make more awesome stuff. Ooh, fun. You have a 10.0? I don't think I've seen a lot of those. I've found that 9/8 are usually as high as they go, unless you pull one right off the press. Not a lot of 10s out there. A couple of 9/9s, but 10s are hard to get. I don't do a lot of grading. I'm not really a big graded comic book. Hey, thank you, Joseph. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you to say. I know. It's always awesome when people say that they like my work. I'm super appreciative of everyone that supports my work and says that they enjoy it. So I'm doing it because I love it, and it's awesome to find people that enjoy it. Yeah, I don't do a lot of graded books. I know some people like that's all they're into is just slabbed and CGC and CBCSs and all those. I have a couple, but it's not something I usually hunt down. It's not something I chase. I know a lot of people really like collecting them, and I get it. Definitely a neat format to be able to see, to have something sealed and lucite. You're like, this is what this costs. It's like, wow, that's crazy. Especially really rare comics. But I'm usually too busy making them. Like if I'm looking at comics, it's for reference or for enjoyment, not as a collecting thing as much for me. The value of them is really not something I'm super interested in trying to figure out personally. But I get it. People want to have them because they're valuable or rare. But I think for me, it's like, no, I want to have them and read them, and then if they gain value, great. But it's not the goal for me. Not the purpose of it. I don't make comic books to try to make valuable comic books. I make comic books because I have stories to tell. I love telling stories. So I was drawing all day today. I was like, this is a cool story. I can't wait for people to see this. And if you go to makecomicool.com, you can see behind the scenes, making of, and process. So if that's the kind of thing you're into, check it out. And say hi and let me know who your top 5 Batman artists are. And let me know what you're having for Taco Tuesday. I'm having tacos. Tacos. Oh boy, tacos. Yeah, this is going good. All right, I'll do something like this. Do one of those. And if anybody's wondering what that voice is, that's my Todd McFarlane impression. It's Rob Liefeld doing an impression of Todd McFarlane. And I didn't get me a watch from the Image Revolution documentary. They didn't give me a watch. They didn't give me a car. I'm drawing the bricks. The Image Revolution documentary is one of my favorite things. I think it's on YouTube if you want to watch it. Not 100% sure, but I believe it is. Yeah, I just love comic books so much. I love the art form. I love fallen creators. I love original art. I love the characters. It's just like, I don't know, I think about comic books so much. Such a fan. So much enjoyment. So much nostalgia. I'm sure some people are like, I don't get it. Comic books, who cares? I love video games. But for me, it's like, really? I don't know. Video games just seem so not as interesting. Maybe because with comic books, my favorite ones are often like a singular vision, like a creator owned stuff, or just a writer artist team. The video games, you don't know who made them. For me, anyway, I don't know. Maybe they're famous video game creators, but for the most part, it's like takes a team of people years to make a video game. And it's like, okay, and then you play it for a couple hours, and you're like, oh, that's fun. But with comic books, it just seems like this art form that's just so many incredible people, and it's achievable too, right? I mean, this is a piece of paper and a pencil. This doesn't take a millions of dollars and team of people to create a comic book. It just takes one person with a vision and a lot of hard work, and you can go, poof, magic. Comic book appears. It's magic. It's like magic. It's like magical. I mean, comic books are magical. So this is Sleepwalker and Tarkov. For you. If you're watching this on Instagram, hey. If you're watching this on YouTube, hey. DylanDistraction.com, YouTube, Instagram, Dylan_Distraction. Sleepwalker would be smiling. He seems like a frowny kind of guy, if I had to guess. So yeah, go to makecomicscool.com if you want to see behind the scenes process making of my newest books. And then also if you want to support my work, awesome. Happy to have you. And really, I don't know if people have been seeing the stuff I've been posting, but it's looking pretty good. I'm just saying. The Oppressor's Raw Edition, pretty good. Don't mind tooting my own horn a little bit, but pretty remarkable. Pretty remarkable. And you see here, I just kind of have some basic ideas of anatomy. And the way I learned anatomy is a lot of just reading comic books, but there's some great, Bridgman is a great anatomy book if you're interested in finding out more about anatomy. What's up, Hal? A lot of great. Bridgman is an awesome one. The one, I forgot. Um, Drawing from Life. Really good muscle magazines. When I was a kid, used to get like muscle magazines to learn that. I don't think kids with the internet will know what that's like. Now you just look up on the internet. So yeah, I hope everyone's enjoying their Taco Tuesday. Like watching me draw. And yeah, what's everybody having for dinner? Tacos? You having tacos? I'm having tacos. I'm gonna go watch Bob's Burgers. Kind of my routine. Watch Bob's Burgers and eat tacos. Sausage and onions. Yummy. I like when we just start talking about food. I just want this to become a what's everybody eating for dinner live. Every Taco Tuesday. I'll just tell you what I'm eating for dinner, and you just tell me what you're eating for dinner. I'm having tacos because it's Taco Tuesday. I'm drawing Darkhawk and Sleepwalker. What? I know. I'm using the reference of. I showed it, but I'll show it again because it's that good. Marvel First, the 90s. Oh my God, this book's so heavy. Omnibus. Look at the size of that book. Life goals right there. I want to have an omnibus in my work. I love when they print on the dust jacket in the back. So that's Darkhawk and Sleepwalker. So I'm grunting because I'm having to flip this book open and look at it for reference. And looking at these comic books in this book just makes me go, oh man, comics are so good then. So good. Sleepwalker Darkhawk, yeah. Beers for dinner. Gross. Gross. Beer for dinner. Yeah. I don't drink. But the smell of beer always is like, oof. But I'm not judging. I I think you should have whatever you want. I'm having tacos. And probably some people are like, oh, gross, tacos. Yeah. Whatever. I like it. Are you going to be busy after your artwork? We can kick it. Kick it. I'm always busy. I'm drawing and then I'm going to keep drawing more and then drawing some more. But I might be doing some conventions. So if people want to buy my work and see my work and come and chat and hang out with me, find me at a convention. I think I'm doing a few. I'm going to try to maybe do a couple small ones, maybe some big ones. I don't know. Getting back into conventions is going to take some getting used to, but thinking that will be my drug is also comics. Um, I'm addicted to comics. So yeah, I might be doing some conventions. So if you have art you want from me and you want to get on a commission list and pick it up and chat and hang out, message me. Go to makecomicspool.com. Go to batlanticstore.com. And yeah, I'm excited to get out there and see people again, but it is going to be a challenge and a change for sure. Conventions are always really difficult, stressful, and expensive, and fill me with a lot of anxiety. So, but whatever, we'll have fun. It'll be great. It'll be great. So yeah, Darkhawk and Sleepwalker. Who wanted this? Someone suggested it, and I was like, "That's cool." And then someone suggested again. I was like, "Yeah, who was that?" It was you. Say hi. And good choice. Fun characters to draw. And it's fun to just do pencils like this. My penciling style, I think, is kind of Greg Capullo. Like if you look at Greg Capullo's pencils, I feel like I'm doing some of that. And I'm also Ron Garney. I love Ron Garney's stuff. And if you look at who did the mask? Jesus, some cheese and crackers. I'm drawing a blank. Who's the artist who did the mask and then did Darkest Night? I did finish that Moon Knight Deathstroke. Yeah, finished it. Sent it to a patron. So if you were a patron, you could have gotten it. Let that be a warning to everybody out there. Don't sleep on makecomicspool.com. I send cool stuff to people. Finish that drawing, send it to a patron. That's what I do. I send my work to people that support my work. And Deathstroke Moon Knight was a great suggestion. So, Doug Mahnke. If you look at Doug Mahnke's pencils, his stuff's got this sort of loose quality to it, which I really like. So you can see a lot of his underdrawing. He doesn't really clean up his underdrawing that much. And I kind of connect with that. You know, it's like, who has time to erase the pencil? They just keep drawing. I think Doug Mahnke does that. Mahnke. I love his work. He often is posting videos of himself deadlifting things. So we have that in common too. Not at all. Me and Doug Mahnke doing deadlifts. Dude's jacked. I'm going the other direction. I'm going tacos. He's going weight training. He's probably smarter than me. He's definitely smarter than me. You find that a lot. Well, not a lot, but you find that with really successful comic book artists. Some of them are hyper focused on, like Brent Peoples does a lot of lifting. Doug Mahnke. There's a few others where you're like, oh man, this guy's just lift and draw. Probably smart. So yeah, all these things, these pencils and pens I use, they're pretty inexpensive on Amazon or any of their local art store. I would suggest just going to a local art store or even just a local gas station. Not a gas station, but a local Rite Aid, Walgreens, CVS. You can get some pretty good art supplies or just use pencils you have lying around. There's really no magic in the pencil itself. I know that's a bit of a cliche, but you know, if I had Jim Lee's pencil, it wouldn't make me be able to draw like Jim Lee. Draw like me. And so you get whatever tools you find work for you and draw like you draw. and then just get really good at drawing however you draw, and always try to improve. But yeah, there's really no magic in the pencils, and I'm using all my pencils. All the ones I have, I'm using. Yeah, and I suggest people buying unwrapped editions. So there's a bunch of Batman unwrapped books. The Dave Finch one is phenomenal. The Jim Lee one is phenomenal. The I wish they would do. They did a Greg Capullo one, which is great. Did a couple of Greg Capullo ones. I wish they would do a Norm Brayfogle one. He was a Batman artist I grew up reading. He was sad when he passed. So yeah, this is looking pretty okay, I guess. Probably use some reference for this hand, but we'll just wing it. That's probably good enough. I think people get what I'm going for here. So, what are some comic books people are reading right now? What are some things that are coming out that you're excited about? Looks like there's going to be a new Inferno, new X-Men Inferno. I mean, I love the original Inferno. I don't know if it'll with Madeline Pryor, and I don't know if that'll be what the new one's like, but I love that one. Cool if they did something like that again. Cool if they brought back Mark Silvestri to do some Inferno stuff. Whew. The thing I didn't love about that Inferno was Power Pack. I was just not in the Power Pack. Even now, they're like, "Oh, we're doing an Inferno omnibus." It's like X Factor, cool. John Romita Jr. Daredevil, cool. Walt Simonson X Factor, cool. Todd McFarlane Spider Man, cool. Mark Silvestri X Men, cool. Power Pack, huh? Like, who's Power Pack for? Like, the art's fine. It's just like such a weird. They're like, "Oh, we're gonna have a kids comic in the midst of this Marvel event." And I mean, no offense to anybody who's like, "Oh, Power Pack's my jam." But was anybody super psyched about the Power Pack portion of that Inferno crossover series? And it seems like it's a big part of it. Like, I mean, whatever, but it seems like with all those other books, you're like, well, they just Power Pack really necessary? Just cut those books out. Or keep them. I don't know. Power Pack's fine. I don't know. What do I know? It seems like an odd thing. It's just a bunch of children. Like, children should not be in the cockpit. It's dangerous here. Get to safety, children. All right, this is going pretty good. So, Darkhawk, Sleepwalker. I don't know. I guess I just keep drawing it. If nobody has any comments or questions or concerns, if you went to makecomicschool.com and you saw it and you said, this is great, I'd love to sign up and get comic books from you every month. Awesome. Thank you so much to everybody who's gone to makecomicschool.com and checked it out. The link is in my bio if you're watching on Instagram. That helps me. That supports my work, and I'm super appreciative to everybody that checks it out and gets some comics from me. And I'm gonna just kind of keep drawing this, and then wrapping it up pretty soon so I can go eat some tacos. Ta-da! What else? What does this need? What is this missing? Just more holding on. I wonder how tight Doug Monkey really pencil stuff. I've seen some real loose pencils from him, and I think his stuff is great. It must be fun. I think I saw Richard Friend posting some of his works in progress, but I love the idea of just really loosely penciling stuff. Like Greg Capullo's pencils feel really super loose to me, but maybe that's just my perception of them. You know, maybe they're tighter than I think. I've never tried to ink his stuff. It might be kind of a fun experiment. Try to ink Greg Capullo stuff, but you learn a lot. Jonathan Glapion is a fantastic inker. And you look at people like Paul Pelletier, and his inks are super tight. I mean, his pencils are super tight. Like, you don't even need ink. If that takes him longer, or if he's just erases better, or just goes in quicker with the final version. I don't know. Sometimes it's just fun to just pencil. You know, because often when I'm penciling, I'm already thinking about the inks. But when you just pencil, it's like you kind of frees your mind up to just like, no, this is not going to go to an ink. You don't have to worry about it. As a recap, people just joining us, go to DylanDistraction.com if you want to watch my face on YouTube. I'm on Twitch, Batman Studios. And if you're watching on Instagram, Dylan_distraction, see my hands, doing drawing. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave a comment, shoot me a message. And go to makecomicscool.com if you want to support my work and get copies of my newest comic books and help me bring my next comic book to life. I post stuff every week and I mail comic books out to people that want them. Paramem Uma Awala Visual. Thank you, Rivaldo Ninja. Whoa, this is amazing. Thank you, three of you. Appreciate you saying that. That's very, very nice of you. This is a suggestion from somebody. Maybe Adam? Maybe Adam. Said, hey, draw these characters. Okay. Gino? I don't know. Somebody did. I mean, terrible names. But I appreciate everyone that likes my work in sports that follows it. And how would I draw that thumb? Maybe like that. Yeah, that's kind of cool looking. Makes sense to me. Oh, with Adam. Yeah. I'll do Adam. Good suggestions, everybody. And that kind of like a potato head. And this is going to go out to someone that signs up at makecomicscool.com. So if you sign makecomicscool.com, get the commission level. That's what I do now. Anything I draw goes out to a supporter, someone that supports my work financially at makecomicscool.com, my Patreon. So sign up at my Patreon, and I will mail this out to somebody. I have a bunch of cool stuff on my Patreon. You can get new copies of my newest comic book, The Oppressors, Raw Edition. It came out awesome. I think it's really good. And I might be doing some lessons through there. So people are like, oh, I'd love to take lessons from you. Well, it might be something I do this fall. Thinking about how I'm going to do that. I've done it before. It was a lot of fun. I'd like to run like whole course. And that. And that. And that. Kind of cool. This crazy claw thing. 3 claws? Yep, 3 claws. Wolverine claws. Thanks, John. Appreciate it, man. I think it came out good so far. So far, so good. These are fun characters to draw. It's a good suggestion because there's kind of a random sort of 90s characters. I love 90s characters, obviously. And I never drawn them before, so it's a good challenge to try to figure out what Darkhawk's helmet looks like. And I figured this is a good thing to send out to a patron. I think it was Adam who wanted it. So I think it's going out to him. I think he signed up for the commission level. But whatever. I just like sending it out to people. People that support my work at makecomicschool.com. I mail you things. I think anybody that is a patron of mine could please let people know that I send you stuff. Even if you haven't gotten anything this month, it's coming because I just checked the tracking. I sent out a bunch of stuff like a week ago. Some of it's still sitting in the post office, but a lot of stuff that I've shipped is being delivered. So patrons are getting stuff. So if you are a patron and you're on here and you see this, please comment. Tell people all the awesome stuff I send you. I'd appreciate it because I want people to know that when they become a patron of mine at makecomicschool.com, they will get cool stuff from me. And they help me bring my newest creations to life. So definitely support artists, find artwork that you love, support creators that you love, help them make new awesome things. So Darkhawk, Sleepwalker, I'll show people on YouTube. Getting there. It's kind of fun to see it when I hold it up because I can see it in reverse. Kind of weird. So I'll keep grinding away on this. Jawbreaker. Hey, like the band Jawbreaker. Some people love that band. I like them. I think they're good. Jawbreaker, the band. I know they had a reunion a few years ago, which is kind of cool. That's one of those bands that people thought would never have a reunion. But kind of like the Pixies for me, like there's super fans of Jawbreaker and super fans of the Pixies. And I'm like, yeah, I was never a super fan. Like I was a casual fan. I think maybe it's just too young at the time when Jawbreaker and the Pixies were big. Right now I'm listening to Signals Midwest. They sound like Bear versus Shark, I think. What's everybody else listening to? I was listening to NF earlier. Is anybody like NF? Is it rapper? Yeah, it's hip hop. It's a good rapper. Sounds like Eminem. So if you like Eminem, you probably like NF. Run the Jewels is good. Good rap music. I like all that rap music. These arm pad things look odd to me. I'm gonna keep working them. Where do we sign up? MakeComicschool.com. Sign up right now. DMX is good. Yeah, for sure. It's sad that he passed. You type in MakeComicschool.com. Post it. Go to MakeComicschool.com right now. You can get artwork from me. You can get comic books from me. I'll show you. Yeah. The Oppressors, Raw Edition Issue 1. These are going out right now to patrons. Sign up at MakeComicschool.com. This is my creator-owned comic in digital pencils format. Super psyched at how these came out. And every month you get a new issue. So this is issue 1. And then next month you get issue 2, next month after that, issue 3, and then issue 4. And then maybe a collected trade with all the pages re-inked, maybe. So go to makecomicschool.com right now, sign up. Help me bring those books to life. Thank you. Please and thank you. You'll love it. It's a fun sort of subscription model where an explosion of hearts. Heart explosion. Blammo. Yeah, that's cool, I guess. Kind of funny looking characters. Funny, awesome, but oh, definitely 90s. Yeah, yeah. I could go like that, and then like that, and then all those. I am legit. Oh yeah, Captain America, Marv, yep, Wolverine. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you. And this was your suggestion, right? To do these 2 characters? I think this was your suggestion. Maybe you'll be getting this. Spoiler alert, you'll be getting this. I think it was your suggestion. If not, you're getting it anyway, I think. So tough luck if you're like, oh man, I hate those characters. I didn't want them. Like tough luck. I think it looks cool. I'm already arguing with myself about it. Yeah, I think this came out good. Thank you everybody that supports me on Patreon. And thank you for saying that you like the stuff you get. I really appreciate it. I work really hard to make sure everybody gets something cool every month. You know, I love making stuff, but if I'm just gonna make it and it sits in a box, that's no fun. You know, I want people to get it, and then I can make more stuff. And so that's always been my. Oh man, this wasn't you. I thought this was you that suggested it. Well, I'm gonna send you something awesome anyway. I got some awesome stuff. You're gonna get some great stuff. I got some cool things planned for you. But I thought this was you that wanted this. Whoever wanted this, you might still end up with this. I'm not sure, but it came out good, right? Anybody be happy to get this. But yeah, I like to make art. I love to send it to people. And if you go to makecomicschool.com, I will send you art. So I do sketch covers. I send sketch covers to people. I'm always trying to send people more stuff than they sign up for too. So I like people to have a lot of cool things. Sweet. Yeah, I got a bunch of cool stuff. I got a bunch of cool things coming to a lot of people. I got Archive Universe books that are going out to people. And those are going out to Kickstarter backers, but patrons that have been patrons are going to get more bonus awesome things. So get ready. Get excited. I'm excited. And then what else happened? I think this is almost done. I think this is as far as I would take it. It's not like that there. Oh, thanks so much, Sandoval. Yeah, go to makecomicschool.com, sign up. I send people artwork. I send people comic books. Every month you get something mailed from me to you. If you sign up at the whatever level you sign up, you get something. Usually, even if you just sign up for the digital only, eventually I send everybody something. I just wait a couple of months, send stuff. But there's mystery boxes, so you get like a mystery box, bundles. There's comic books, there's commissions, a bunch of cool things. So definitely go to makecomicschool.com, grab some awesome stuff from me. I'll mail you out some stuff every month. It's a subscription Patreon. So you sign up and sit back, relax, and I send you stuff every month. It's that easy. And I send stuff every month to everybody. And I had a bunch of cool stuff planned this summer. So everybody that gets the stuff I send them seems pretty psyched about it. So if you like what I do, then you'll like getting stuff from me emailed to you. That's my hope. That's the plan anyway. Yeah, so then I would take it to this point, and then I would ink it, or thing I've been doing, which I really like, is scanning it and then inking the blue lines. So then I have two copies. I have a sweet pencil copy, and then I have a sweet ink copy. I don't know if I'll do that with this. I might just kind of leave this one like this because I think it came out good. So, all right. Taco Tuesday. Everybody have a wonderful night. Thanks so much for watching. MakeComicsCool.com. Sign up now if you haven't. Oops. Grab some comic books from me. Support artists. Make art. Support creators. Support talent. Support people that you enjoy their work and you want to see more of their work. The only way they're going to be able to make more work is if you support it. So right now, MakeComicsCool.com, the Oppressors Issue 1, raw edition, my raw digital pencils. Really fun version of this comic book. I think they came out great. And every month you get a new issue mailed to you, and then probably a trade paperback collecting everything later this year. So MakeComicsCool.com. All right, I think that's it. Okay, have a great night. Bye.